Hi everyone. Good morning once again. Another beautiful day. A day to have fun. A day to learn. This third day of our online classes, I believe you've been benefiting from all that we have been doing. On Monday, we had English. We talked about punctuation marks. On Tuesday, Miss Jenny came in. She taught us about food and classes of food. Mr. Sadiq also took us in ICT. Miss Florence took us on multiplication. And this morning we'll be having religious national value education. And we'll be talking about religion. If I ask you now, what's your religion? I believe you'll be able to tell me. Okay, let me even ask. What's your religion? Let me check who I'm going to call. Okay, I'll come back to you. Let's look at our learning objective. Remember, I told you that we're going to have national value education. That's what we're learning this morning. And the topic we're taking is religion. Religion, they said, is the opium of life, but that one is bigger than you, so let's keep it aside. At the end of the lesson, I will tell you the meaning of what I just said. So, we'll start by looking at the objects that we have here. If you look at this one, you'll be able to identify which religion uses this. If I may ask, what do you think this object is and which religion uses it? Let's look at the second one. What object is this and which religion uses it? Before we proceed, let's look at our learning objective today. We'll be able to define religion. Number 2, we identify the importance of religion. Number 3, the most important, is that we have to respect other people's religion. We have to respect other people's religion and the objects they use in their religion. If you look at here, we have different objects here that are used by different religions. You see this religion here? You see another one? This is another one. This is another one. We're coming back to that. What is religion? Religion is our belief in God. Our belief in God. We believe in the existence of a God who made heaven and earth, who is the creator of all mankind. We believe that there is God and that he created all things. Look at these objects again. This is used by one religion, this is used by another religion. Let's proceed. Now we're going to identify 3 main religions in Nigeria. We're looking at Nigeria as a case study. The 3 main types of religion in our community in Nigeria are, first one is Christianity. These are followers of Jesus Christ. They believe in one God. They are guided by the Bible. They are guided by the Bible. Now we look at the second one. The second one is Islam. The worshippers are called Muslims. They believe in Allah and Prophet Muhammad. They are guided by the Quran. Let's look at the third one. The third religion here, we call it the traditional religion. The traditional religion. The traditional religion, people are worshippers of many gods like Shango, Ogun, Oshun, or Amadioha, and many others. If you look at this place, you will see their gods are made with hand. Look at it. It's objects. You can see it and touch it. But the Muslims, they believe in the existence of God that you cannot see and you cannot touch, but when you talk to him, he hears you. The Christians, they believe in the existence of God, and you cannot see God, you cannot touch him. But those who worship him, they worship him in spirit and in truth. Now let's look at here. What are characteristics of our religions? You know, a character of someone is what you use to identify that person. So the characters we are going to identify this religion is that these religions believe in God, in prayer as a means of getting closer to God. They believe in God, they believe in prayer as a means of getting closer to God. They believe in keeping images and symbols that remind us of our belief. These images are the Bible, which the Christian uses. You don't play with it, you don't joke with it. You have the Quran, which the Muslims use. You don't play with it, you don't joke with it. You have the Tasbih, which the Muslim uses. It's not an object that you can toy with. You don't play with it. Now, the Christians, they worship in the church. And they go to church on Sundays. While the Muslims, they go to the mosque to pray. Now, let's look at why we should respect other people's religion. Number one is for peace to reign and for peaceful coexistence, for people to live together in unity, for people to live together in peace. When you say that a Christian religion is not good and you say that a Muslim religion is not good, that means you are calling for trouble, you are calling for fight, you are calling for war. And I know none of us wants to live in an atmosphere of war, in an atmosphere of disunity. Now, number two, everybody has a right to belong to any religion of his or her choice. Yes, I'm born into a Christian family because my parents were Christians. You are born into a Muslim family because your parents are Muslims. So we don't laugh at each other's religion. So people are entitled to their views. Yes, they are entitled to their opinion, to their belief. When we allow everyone to practice his or her religion, it gives us peace. Now let's look at the importance of religion. Why do we even have religion? Number one is that it brings peace. Yes. When people go to church, they go to the mosque, they hear the words of Allah, they hear the words of God that tell them to live at peace. Now, number two, it brings unity. It makes people to celebrate together. It makes people to live together in peace. It shows that God is supreme. All of this religion shows us that God is supreme. There is God who is the creator of the whole earth, who is supreme. It reveals kindness and love for other people's choices. These are some of the importance of religion. When we resume during our physical class again, we are going to look at these things again. But before we go, let me give us a case scenario here. Just listen very well and read along with me. In a village called Haigo, people prayed in different places like church, temple, and mosque. And there's new family that moved in and didn't know where to pray. The villagers invited them to learn about their different beliefs and choose any religion of their choice, so everyone could live together. Question now, why is it important for Haigyo people to respect different ways of praying or believing in their village? Here you are going to write 3 reasons why you think that these people of Haigyo, they respect other people's religion. Number 2, what advice do you have for other villagers near Haigyo that are not living in peace? Before I end my class, I would like you to look at this video. You will learn 1 or 2 things from it. Just watch and pay attention.
Students often ask me, why should we study religion in this day and age? What benefit does it have? Especially if those students aren't religious themselves. In my opinion, religion is both relevant and revelatory. It's relevant in that almost anything you want to look at in the world today, politics, culture, history, economics, anything you want to study has a religious component to it. I started to study religion because I wanted to understand the nature of God. What I realized is that my study of religion told me more about what it means to be human than what it means to be God. For anyone to study religion, it will provide a lens to understand the rest of the world better. If you really understand why people do what they do, you also have to understand how their religious beliefs compel them to do so. It's more than just the study of God. It's a language that helps us think about the big questions in our life, the questions that make us human, and the questions that connect us together. Questions of meaning and purpose, questions like who am I and what does my life mean? These are questions that ultimately make us human. Religion for thousands of years has provided pathways of thinking about these ultimate questions. And because of that, religion can be revelatory for each of us as we think about why are we here and what does our life mean? In this day and age, when people often interpret religious texts for reasons of violence, negativity, or oppression, it's very important to also highlight that religious texts can and should be interpreted in ways that promote peace, connectivity, community, joy, and love. Because if you look at all the different faith traditions in the world, the one thing that really connects all those traditions together is this notion that we are our brother's keeper. We are a global family, and to really serve God, we have to serve each other. We really have to combat the idea that religion should be interpreted to promote violence, pain, exclusivity. As a professor, it's tough because I have to grade students. I am going to give students grades that they might not feel represents their work, or they might not feel is so compassionate. But I don't focus so much on the grades, I focus on the knowledge. And if there is a way for me to help students in their life, to elevate their consciousness or open their eyes up to see the world in a different way, then that to me is knowledge. And knowledge to me is light. That's the light that dispels the darkness of ignorance.
Thank you. We have come to the end of this class, and when we meet again, we are going to share our experiences, what we learned from this video.